Wet, muddy, snowy conditions can be some of the most tough and demanding conditions on your feet on any backpacking trip. What's up everybody, I'm Eric Hansen with Backpacking TV and I'm here in Sedona, Arizona. We just got about 6 inches of snow and I am testing out some brand new footwear from Keen that have Keen Dry technology, and I am excited to be talking about how to keep your feet dry and comfortable in really demanding, gross conditions. All right everybody, let's get into it. Muddy, wet trail conditions can be some of the most difficult trail conditions out there. And honestly, I encounter that all the time, and you probably do too if you backpack frequently. And keeping your feet dry and happy is of the utmost importance. So I think that learning how to tackle that and keeping your feet dry is a super important part of the equation, because if you have wet, swampy feet, you won't be happy, you're gonna be cold, you're probably gonna be developing blisters. And so what do you do? First off, choosing the right footwear is the main part of the equation. And there is a reason why having a pair of waterproof boots is probably the most popular kind of cover-all boots that you can choose. So whether it's Gore-Tex or in this case, Keen Dry, having that waterproofness is super, super important. But there's more to it than just the outer. It's pairing it with a good pair of wool socks or synthetic socks. And what I like to do on the trail is not only have a good pair of synthetic or wool socks, but making sure that I'm switching those out throughout the day, possibly hiking like 6 or 7 miles and then maybe transitioning into a different pair, or certainly when I at least get to camp or before I go to bed, switching into a different pair of socks. That is a great thing that you can do. But the next thing is really just what footwear do you take? So Keen sent me the new pair of Nexus Boots. Now this is a brand new boot they sent to me, and they wanted me to get my thoughts and to share it with you. So I want to thank Keen. They're actually sponsoring this video and helping to make this happen. And I have now gotten the chance to get these on the trail. And I think that this is a really cool pair of boots. Not only do they look nice, but most importantly, they work really well. So if you're choosing a pair of boots, I think that a pair like this that is going to be waterproof up through your ankle is going to be great in about 75–80% of the conditions that you can be in. What I love most is being able to just tromp through mud, snow, ice, water without thinking twice. I can walk with confidence, and I really like that. So I was on the trails today getting some miles in, and the trails were so gross and sloppy, but I loved it because I could really just walk through the middle of the trail. I didn't have to dance around. That if you have a breathable pair of boots, you just can't do that. You can't do that. Or if you have a pair that are just suspicious on their waterproofness. Maybe they were waterproof in 1985, but not so much anymore. So I've been really impressed. When I walked through, the water just really beat it off super nicely. And sometimes I was just straight up just standing in like 3 or 4 inches of water here. And I really, really like that. Another thing to consider when you have conditions like this is what's going on with the lugs. So Keen has this horseshoe-shaped lug that's it's pretty aggressive, but even in really nasty mud on slopey trail, I felt confident in it. And I think that, you know, just having that ability to really grip the trail is really, really great. So making sure that when you're choosing that you get some good pair of footwear, try it out. If you can, try it out for more than just that little rock thing that's in the REIs, you know, that you walk up and down. It's like, what does that really tell you? Honestly, not much. I do recommend getting them outside if you can. But look at the lugs. Look at the how aggressive are they? in my opinion, getting those more aggressive lugs is going to only help you. The only thing I would think about is if they're just super crazy and you get a bunch of height off of the ground, then maybe that's something I wouldn't necessarily maybe that's something I would avoid. But honestly, these have been great. I've really enjoyed that. There's a couple other things about this boot that I've really liked. The heel is great. I'm not sure what they call it. I think it's like the heel lock. Yes, the heel lock. They make this integrated whole thing here, and it just has really been very pleasant upon my heel. I've really liked that. So that's great. I don't want to just spend the whole time talking about this particular pair of boots. This is a great pair of boots. They check in at 190 bucks. And I think that that's a great deal for a nice, versatile pair of hiking boots. So I really like that. And I thank Keen again for sending that on. But if you are out there and you're wondering how to do it, I think that, you know, you're probably going to have to spend somewhere between $160 and $200 for a good pair of waterproof boots. And if you are unsure of what to take, in general, I'd lean towards the waterproof boots. It's just going to be the most versatile thing that you can buy. However, there are scenarios when I wouldn't recommend it. So I live in Arizona. It's often just hot and dry. And if that is the case, if you are in conditions where it's predictably hot and dry, I would probably go for a breathable boot, something that the main thing is that if they don't breathe, they're going to lock in the moisture that you sweat. You're going to be creating moisture inside your boot, and it won't be able to escape. And therefore, I would recommend that you get something a little bit more breathable. However, if it's swampy, wet, or even cold, having that, these are certainly going to be a warmer boot than something that's highly breathable. So if you're in cold conditions or multiple shoulder season, you know, cross shoulder season type conditions, then that's going to be really helpful for you. Having a good pair of versatile boots that are waterproof is probably one of the safest choices that you can make if you are purchasing your own footwear. If you're just having one, this is going to be a kind of do-it-all type of shoe that is really awesome, super comfortable. Honestly, it feels pretty aggressive, but would be a good versatile shoe for people all over the market, whether you're a beginner hiker or you're pretty aggressive out there. This is a shoe that will take you from the bottom of the canyons to the top of the mountains and in all sorts of different conditions in between. So this is the Keen Nexus. Thanks to Keen for sending this along. It is a really cool boot, and I am super excited to be getting this out into more conditions and to be using this all over the place. If you want to check out more, check out keen.com and check out the Nexus, that's N-X-I-S. Okay, my friends, this was a mishmash. This was a little bit of a boot review. This was a little bit of a how to keep your feet dry or how to choose the right pieces of footwear. I hope that there was something in here that was helpful for you. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure that you're subscribed here at Backpacking TV. I'm Eric Hansen. I gotta go trudge across more deep muck. So I'm gonna put these back on and I'll see you later.